The government of Belize, which employs more than 15,000 public officers, requires that workers be evaluated twice a year. These performance reviews help decide who get raises, promotions, and other rewards. But now a senior employee at the Office of the Auditor General is speaking out, claiming the system isn't fair. He says he received a score of 0 on his 2022 evaluation and believes the process is flawed. Under public service rules, it's up to CEOs and department heads to make sure these reviews are done properly. But this latest complaint is raising serious questions about whether the system is being used fairly or being misused to punish certain employees.
We were instructed back in 2022, right, not to do any work at all in the Office of the Auditor General. Absolutely nothing, right, in October 2022. I can do nothing perfectly, right? Now, our performance appraisal is based on the task that you do, or the task that you assign to me, or the task that is assigned to us, how well you do that, right? That makes sense. So if you assign me a task to do nothing, and I did nothing perfectly, then my grade should be maximum, right? Which is 10. Both of us, myself and my colleague, and another colleague of ours, we got zeros. But the thing is that the appraisal scale goes from 1 to 10. So how can I get a 0 if the grade starts from 1? And what motivates that individual, who happens to be the Auditor General right now, to give us that grade?
The Office of the Auditor General is pushing back after Monday's protest, saying that Gerald Henry and retired officer Doreth Obermayer were flagged as audit risks. Why? According to the office, they refused to follow the professional code of ethics required for auditors. Because of that, previous management decided they couldn't be trusted with audit assignments, and since they weren't doing audit work, they weren't eligible for performance reviews either. And there's more. Earlier this year, Henry applied for a promotion to become supervisor of audit, but his application was turned down.
I believe that a lot of public officers are suffering in silence, right? I have spoken to a lot of persons, and they have told me that they are going through the same thing. And I think that anyone who sacrificed, right, to get their master's degree, because it's not easy. I'm telling you, boy, my master's degree from UWI is not easy, right? And so if I had to sacrifice all that I went through to achieve that, and the reason why I did that was to get promoted, is to elevate in the job. I didn't really do it for much any other reason other than that.
While the union talks with the government are a separate issue, there's a new twist. The government now wants to link salary increases and increments to performance reviews. But retired public officer Doreth Obermayer isn't buying it. She says supervisors often use the appraisal system to punish workers they don't like. Obermayer joined Gerald Henry in Monday's protest to make that point loud and clear.
We are starting with our office, and we are extending the invitation to other public officers who feel that injustice has been done to them, be it by the public service regulation, whereby it's been used so many times as a weapon against other public officers. So if you're not in cohort with your colleague, with your supervisor, then you know, right? The first thing they say to you, oh, your PR is going to pay for that. And then there are other injustices as it relates to promotions, whereby you would have completed all the necessary requirements. You have the qualification, you have the years of service, but because, again, you're not in support of the injustice and the wrong things that has been done, then your promotion is being either thrown out or put aside, or is not even considered.
These protesters say they will continue to picket until they believe their concerns have been adequately addressed. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.